Nicole and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to give you guys a quick update on my orchids. There's a lot in bloom and we're coming out of a heat wave. So I'm noticing that a lot of my cattleyas are just pushing out tons of roots. Same with my dendrobiums. So I'm going to quickly show you what's going on in the grow space. Quickly starting off with the Catacetums, I'm watering two of them actively at this point. The two on the right, and one of them is in bud. So this one is looking really good. This one is starting to get some color, so I'm very excited to see how this looks. This one is the 8123 from Sunset Valley Orchids. So hopefully this will be opening up in another week or so. Really excited about that. As you could see on the top of the some of the leaves here, my cat had gone ahead and bit some of those leaves, even my Oncidium in the back. So I need to do something about that. We've got another spike over here. So this one is the 8126 Milana Davidson crossed with Dark Odyssey. I haven't started watering that one yet, but the root system is starting to come down a little bit better now. I'm still gonna give it some more time. The orchids in the back, they're starting to push out roots quickly. I'm gonna monitor in another week or so to see if I should water. But this one I watered a bit too early and the roots slowed down. And I believe that one I watered once and then it slowed down. But actually, this is still pushing out roots, so I'm okay with that. But Catacetums are looking good other than the rogue bite marks from my cat. Moving on up, my no ID Oncidium. That was one of my first Oncidiums ever. That's in spike, so I'm really excited to see it again. My Phalaenopsis over here is also in full bloom. It's really, really pretty. The temperatures were over 90 degrees here in New York City for 3 to 4 days. This room got incredibly humid and hot. I'd say that the percentage was between about 60 to 70%. It also gets up to 80% humidity sometimes even 90. So I have to be really careful. I stayed on top of watering these guys. My Phragmipedium, the bottom leaves are dropping a little bit, so I'm keeping a close eye on it. I don't know if it's to do with the heat, but I'm gonna have to move it to a cooler room, but it's getting adequate water. So if anyone has some Phragmipedium tips, Michael, let me know. I wanna make sure I take good care of this one, and I think the heat just got it a little bit sad. Just the bottom leaves are starting to drop. I don't know if that's normal, so I'm keeping a very close eye on this. Really excited about my Vanda Vietnamica. It's got 3 new blooms. I think I'm going to do a video spotlighting this one because I really like it. It's very unusual, very pretty. So really happy to see that. The rest of these are in active growth. My Cattleya Besso, it's got a new growth. The new growth is finally larger than the older growths, which is great. And then it looks like I may have like a little sheath forming. It's a little small, so you can't really see it, but I am so excited. I have not bloomed this yet. Key Lime Stars is pushing out a new growth as well, so that should keep going. My Dendrobium Minobi Purple is just looking spectacular. Look at those blooms. I had to show you guys this. In the back, we've got Miltonia Kindkai. So this is an orchid that let me take this out. This is an orchid that I got as a seedling. You guys saw that I repotted this and it was completely root bound. Guys, I have 5 spikes. It's got a very, very pretty flower, so I honestly can't wait. I think by next year I'll be dividing this orchid because it just keeps pushing out new bulbs like mad. You can see the crinkling on the right hand side. It used to be in a clay pot. What I didn't know is that it would establish so fast. So it was full of roots. I was watering once a day and it still wasn't enough water, but in this self-watering setup with Leca, it's doing really well. Moving on, we've got a couple more spikes on Oncidium Raspberry Chocolate. We've got 2 spikes coming along, so I can't wait to see how that one does. We've got Foul Sogo Vivian over here looking good. I brought 2 orchids up because they were getting too much light under my Cattleya section. So as you can see, this one has a little bit of a burn, and so does this Oncidium. This one's a dancing lady, and that one is a cross. Really, really happy with my Phalaenopsis violacea variation Indigo. It finally opened up for me this morning. It's beautiful. It smells so nice and lovely. Then we've got LD Bear's King, which keeps pushing out wonderful spikes, so I really like this one. Both of them smell wonderful. Moving on, let's see. I've got my Zygopetalum in the back, which is establishing nicely in that pot. My Rhyncholaelia glauca, guys, I just repotted it 2 or so weeks ago, and now look, it's pushing out roots finally. So I think my choice to leave it in organic for now is paying off really nicely, because now I can, I'll either leave it here or start the transition when those roots get a little longer. My other Phalaenopsis Changgia lady is also looking really good. This one is very surprising because it's very waxy and it smells very, very fruity. It's a very intense fragrance. It's gorgeous. Amboinensis in the back hasn't done anything since the fall. Hieroglyphica to the left isn't doing much at the moment. And then we've got Dendrobium Chocolate Chip looking really, really good. So I'm very happy with this. We've got some mini phals down here, and then my other Phalaenopsis, they have been repotted, establishing super well. Really happy to see my Paphiopedilum. I will show you right now. So check it out. It's got a root pushing out. So this one is Paph Armenii, or Armeni. Paphiopedilum Armeni White. So that's a good sign. It's liking the setup. Dendrobium Angel Baby Little Darling has some buds coming in on the bottom right over here, coming from a keiki actually. So that's a keiki that I potted with the mother plant. Gotten Sunray over here. I got it about a month ago from my friend Mike Hamlin, and the leaves are coming in on the top, so it's pushed out a new leaf. So I have it in organic and I have another one in semi-hydro, so I'm gonna see how they do. And all of my new Dendrobiums from my friends over in Florida, they're doing so nicely. They're establishing really well. They've got some new root tips coming in, so I'm very happy about it. Down here, I've got some divisions that are doing well. My Dendrobium Pink Natasha has a spike over here, as you can see. Can't wait to see her again. I've got Bellina over here, and then I've got some others not really doing anything. Ascophoenicia Cherry Blossom had a spike, but unfortunately it blasted, so no blooms on that one yet. Buttercup is looking good over here. I'll probably take her off the shelves to display her. And then we've got the Cattleya Hawaii Island Bride number 36. And this one should be opening up any day now. And this is my largest Cattleya orchid in the collection. So I cannot wait to see it bloom. And I just grew it under shelves. So I have it under 3 strips of Orchid Hobbyist lights, and it was nice to see the sheath. And I had 4 blooms from the nursery last year, and I'm getting 4 again this year. Monurara Millennium Magic Witchcraft has a spike that's opening up, and it doesn't fit really on the shelves, so I have it, you could sort of see it in the back over there. It's completely outgrown my shelves. My other Dunphals and my Nobili and my Anosmums, they're all in active growth at the moment. Seedlings are doing really well. They're all pushing out new roots. They're all doing really well. My bulbophyllum is doing well, though I have to repot this one, so I water it frequently. Some of the keikis that I have are starting to push out new growths. This new zygo is pushing out a new growth, so I'm super excited for that. Howiara Lava Burst is looking good. My Monurara Hawaiian Charisma Hawaii is looking good. And then Yellowbird is in bud. And I'm really happy with this one. Let's see, everything else down here are relatively new transitions as well. We've got a new hybrid from Sunset Valley Orchids in bud, the one in the back. It is called Viola Spots. So it is, I will put the name down below so you can see it, but I'm really, really excited about it. I just repotted this with you guys, and I'm so happy to see that it pushed out a sheath. I flushed everything this morning and everything's looking super good, super healthy. I just wanted to show you what's going on in everything in the grow space. In the bottom, we've just got a few in active growth. This one is my Brasileia Cattleya Wine Leopard Changgia. It's pushing out a new growth. We've got Dendrobium Popeye that's got a spike. I also had some spider mites on it, so I had to spray recently. But otherwise, I think I got them. And let me show you two more. All right, the last two is the Oncidium Heaven Sent Sweet Baby up front. My cat broke this spike off and I was really upset, but it's pushing another spike out, which is great. It's got another one coming in. It's also got several new growths coming in all together, so I'm really excited about it. This is going to get huge on me. There's one right over here, and then there is another growth coming in right over there. So I'm going to have to repot this by the fall time. In the back, we've also got my Bolera Big Shot High-Low Sparkle. So that one is in bud, and I can't wait to see it. So this was in bud when I got it from Akatsuka Orchids back in December, January. And it's got, I think, one more bud than when I got it for the first time. So that's a good sign. And then we've also got another bud coming in on the newest growth. So this is going to be a nice little show. You can see it in the back sort of right over here. So I can't wait to see it. Well, wanted to give you guys a quick update. It's we've had a really bad heat wave this week, and everything was just really, really warm in the apartment. Most of my orchids are warm growers, but the cool growers I keep here in the bedroom, or anything in spike I'll keep in this room because we tend to keep this room cooler. Hopefully it cools down before we start getting heat like that. It's a little bit early for this type of weather. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye!